Greetings from Dr. Jen and the Rose Center for Learning. This is your Monday message of mental health. And we are in the week that is sandwiched between the holidays of Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and New Year's Eve, which hopefully everyone celebrates to a degree, whether it's a raucous party, probably won't happen this year, or whether it's a cozy at home with one person you love, or yourself and your fur animals, or whatever it might be, however you celebrate the turning of the new year. And so we want to take a minute to be thankful. Yep, even in 2020, we want to find reasons to be thankful for 2020. Honestly, some of you had a great year despite what was happening in the world. Maybe your business flourished. Maybe you personally did something like had a baby or, got engaged or had a wedding, or maybe you had some sort of personal goal that you set for yourself at this time last year and you were able to achieve it, whatever that might be. So even though the world looks like it's all falling to pieces all around us, don't forget to find something, even if it's just one or two things, to be able to say to yourself, gee, I did a really great job in 2020 for this particular reason, or this really worked out, especially if it's something that you put effort into. Those things, it's really important, especially in a year where there's a lot of unhappiness. It's incredibly important to be grateful for what did work. So that's the first half of this week. The second half is looking forward. And so the Monday message for this week is to set smart goals. So what does a smart goal mean? It doesn't mean a goal that's not dumb. It actually stands for something. And a lot of you know this already, but we're going to go over it because it's something that no matter how many times you hear this, it's helpful to hear it again because it's very easy to get wrong. And it makes all the difference in the world in terms of being successful. So a SMART goal is one that has these things: SMART, SMART. S stands for specific. Okay, so that means that it's not a vague thing like, I'm going to get into the best shape ever in 2021 now. That's too vague. What does that mean to you? What is it specifically that means the best shape ever to you? Or I am going to overhaul my business. Well, that is, again, it's too vague. So coming up with something that's very specific is important, because if it's too vague, then it's really easy to kind of lose track of it and not achieve it. But if it's specific, then that's much more of a guidepost, a direction, a route to get to where it is that you want to go. M is measurable. So again, one of the ways that you can really ensure that a goal is going to reach itself is by coming up with specific ways of measuring progress. So again, if that example of I'm just going to get into the best shape of my life is not measurable, then it's going to be hard to know whether you're being successful or not. So you want to have measurable pieces like, I want to reduce my weight by this many pounds each month, or I want to increase my weight, as the case may be, this many pounds each month, or I want to build this much muscle, or it might not even be that measurable. It might be, I'm going to work out and exercise 5 days a week for 30 minutes. Whatever it is that you do. Or it might be that it's twice a week for an hour. Whatever it is, you want it to be measurable. This is the way you're going to track your small pieces of the progress that lead to that goal. Very important. That's the M. The A is attainable. And I know this one always sounds obvious, but I can't tell you how many times we set goals for ourselves that really are not attainable. Attainable means that you can achieve it. It means that it's something that's possible for you to do, that's realistic in the time frame of a year or less, depending on what time frame you attach to it, which we haven't gotten to yet. That it's something that you're able to do with all of the resources and tools and talents and skills and attitudes and all of the things that you need in order to reach a goal. If those things are in line, then yeah, this is a goal you can hit. It's okay to reach a little higher than maybe we kind of doubt we can do, because that's good. We always want to be soaring. We always want to be reaching higher, but you want it to be something that you can actually achieve. Obviously, right? Because if you set something and then you can't do it, it doesn't feel good. It feels bad. And then if you don't achieve that small piece of it, then you might not achieve more pieces of it. And then you might not achieve it at all. And then you feel like a failure. And that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to achieve. No feelings of failure. That's not the goal for 2021. So that's A. The R, I have to tell you, people mistake this a lot and they put realistic, but realistic is really enfolded in attainable. So the R is not for realistic, okay? Because the attainable means that it's a realistic goal given what your parameters are specifically. So that would be redundant. Redundant to have the A and the R mean the same thing. So R is actually for relevant. And relevant means, is it in line with who you are, what your bigger goals are, what your business mission, motto, value system, vision is all about, right? So you want it to be relevant. If you have a goal that's just kind of way out there from everything else that you are structuring for yourself, then it's less likely to be achieved. So you want something that can really say, yeah, this is in line with who I am, what I believe in, what I really want to happen in the world for myself and others, depending on what kind of a goal it is. If it's a business goal, that it's going to be make sense given what your business model is all about. And that's relevant. So you want it to be relevant. Some people really choose goals too that are relevant for the world itself. So they take a special look and understanding of what isn't working in the world and they set goals that are going to help those things along. So it might be relevant in that way, like relevant to what society is struggling with at the moment. So it might be that for 2021, you're setting some goals that are helping people who really struggled in 2020. And so that's a relevancy to the time that we're in. It can be relevant in that way. And then the last thing is timely. And that means that you are going to, or some people say time based or timely means the same thing in this context. So it means that you have some sort of finite time schedule for your goals. Again, this goes back to being vague. If you're just like, in 2021, I'm going to do great things, then it's too easy to not achieve that, not achieve it. And then you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh crap, I didn't do this. I have to really do this. And it becomes a scramble and a stressful piece. So if you, you'll be much more likely to achieve what the things are, whatever they are, if you can create a time schedule. So it might be that you are saying for the next, instead of saying for 365 days, I'm going to work out every day, which is an overwhelming goal. You might say for the month of January, I'm going to work out this many times. And for the month of February, then I'm going to set a time goal and for each of those things. So you can keep on going along and reviewing what's working and what's not. It might be that for a business goal, you're saying by the end of July, I want to be making this much money, or I want to have hired this many people, or I want to have fired people who aren't working, or I want to create a product and I want to launch it in February. And so then within that, there are going to be smaller goals. If you're looking for a July launch of something new, then between January and July, there are going to be many timely goals to get you so that the launch is ready in July, right? So that's the idea. The idea is to come up with goals that are written in a smart way, and you're going to be much more likely to achieve them. If you're more likely to achieve them, what happens to your mental health? You feel awesome. You say, I set a goal, I achieved it. It's amazing. I dedicated myself and I did it successfully. Yay me. That's a wonderful feeling. And it comes from writing goals that are smart. So that's your Monday message for this week. As you are coming into the last little bits of this year and going into a fresh new year that hopefully will be even better than 2020, or will maintain 2020's awesomeness if you had a good year, or will be, something new that you can't even imagine yet. What can you do to set yourself on a course for success? So don't forget, one piece, the first piece is to be grateful for what happened this year. Come up with at least one thing that really worked this year. If you set smart goals, this time last year, then you want to review them, what worked, what didn't work, what needs to be tweaked, why, and then move forward and create a really good list for yourself. Now, if you have no idea how to write a goal like that, or you're struggling, come to us. This is what we do at the Rose Center for Learning. We would be happy to sit down with you and help you create a wonderful, smart list of goals for 2021. To all of you, I wish you all a happy end of 2020. Some of us are very excited to end this year, and a wonderful start to what I hope will be a great 2021. Have a great week and I'll see you in the new year. Bye.